Welcome to the Militia Gaming Community. I'm Trigger Militia, and today I will be going over the Apex Legends 1.13 patch notes and how the changes will affect your game experience on Xbox One. Let's go! Real quick guys, before we get into the video, I want to mention that I spend a lot of time writing, editing, and producing these videos. And every video I make is with you Xbox gamers in mind, so if you enjoy this video, please do me a solid and subscribe. My goal is to go full-time on YouTube and quit my day job, and I cannot do it without you. Thanks guys. Alright, let's get into these patch notes. There are three main things that Respawn is addressing in this patch: audio issues, hit detection issues, and some random bug fixes. Let's go ahead and talk about the audio issues first. One of the biggest issues in Apex recently has been the audio inconsistencies, but luckily this patch should fix most of those problems. Respawn has improved the audio engine to be 30% more efficient, which should stop the audio distortion and dropouts. I know I've had many issues with audio dropouts, particularly in Skulltown, and I'm glad that they've decided to address this. They've also made some quality of life changes to audio, which include lowering the master volume on the character selection screen and the end of the drop sequence. In addition to that, they also lowered the volume on Wraith's ambient kunai knife sound. Apparently, there was a fair number of people complaining about it being very sensitive to them. I was never sensitive to it, but okay, if people hated it, it's good that they toned it down a little bit, I guess. Now, I'm a huge fan of this next change. They increased the volume of close proximity enemy footsteps, and this is a big deal. Being able to more clearly hear your enemies before they get to you will have a dramatic effect on gameplay. Being able to sneak up on people will be much more challenging. In addition to increasing the volume, they've also increased the footstep volume priority over other game sounds. So in a heavy gunfight, the footsteps will be louder and clearer than they previously were. In addition to that, they made some other not so noticeable changes, but nonetheless changes. They lowered the volume of Pathfinder's footsteps, and I'm stoked about this because I main Pathfinder and his footsteps were way too loud. They also increased the volume of the music that plays when you win a match. They added more detailed audio to the training mission. And finally, they fixed the out of ammo and low ammo sounds that were missing or broken from the 301, the Hemlock, the Flatline, and the RE45. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, when the magazine started to get low, you would hear a different gun sound than the normal bullet sounds you were getting shooting throughout the top of the magazine. If you didn't know these sounds existed at all, you should notice a huge difference. It's really nice to know when the gun is getting low on ammo without having to physically look at the ammo number on the HUD, so I'm glad that this one has been addressed. Alright, let's move on to hit detection problems. They've made some fixes that should eliminate many cases of incorrect hit registration. This patch also includes some behind-the-scenes tracking of bullet damage logic. Respawn is saying that they will still have some hit registration problems, but because they've installed some diagnostic tools, they should be able to fix them in the next patch after collecting more data. Even though they aren't fixing everything that's wrong with hit detection currently, I commend them on taking steps to get it fixed before Season 2 is released. Season 2 is going to be a really important release considering many gamers were not happy with the Season 1. And lastly, bug fixes. They fixed the issue that was happening with the wind down sound for the Havoc. Wind down sound, that's hard to say. Fixed the issue where the automatic weapon fire sounds were occasionally getting stuck on, usually right after you respawn. They fixed the bug with the RE45 missing all of its tail sounds, which is the echo that happens in the environment after you were shooting the gun. They fixed the fortified perk with Gibraltar and Caustic, so now they shouldn't take any damage through their shields. And lastly, they fixed the bug that allows players to stick objects to Gibraltar's gun shield and his gun shield will now deflect arc stars, which is kind of important, but I don't know how many times I've been playing Gibraltar and gotten hit with an arc star that's stuck to my shield. I think Respawn is doing some spring cleaning with this update, and I think that's a big deal considering Season 2 is right around the corner. We've got about 30 days left on Season 1, and Season 2 update is actually scheduled for June. So hopefully you've learned something from this video. Please let me know your thoughts on this patch and the video in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give the channel some love. Trigger out.